My name is Masato Tanaka. I am an ordinary 25-year-old and working for a very ordinary company. I have no particular hobbies, no girlfriend, let alone few friends with whom I interact. These days, I am just working and leading a boring life. Even though I'm like that, I am taking a walk for a change of pace today. But I can't believe I'm so out of breath after just a short walk. I'm totally out of shape. I don't usually get a chance to walk, let alone exercise. So my mind and body were overwhelmed by the unaccustomed walk. I thought I could be refreshed, but now I'm just making myself tired. Let's take a break. I decided to take a break at a park just around the corner. This park is so nostalgic. Used to come here almost every day as a kid. I remember I used to play with Asami here. Asami is my childhood friend. We met in this park when we were little and used to play together. We were together until high school, but we drifted apart when I moved away. When I think of her, it brings back different memories. Speaking of Asami, she was super popular when we were in school. Well, she was good looking and had such beautiful black hair and a good personality. No surprise. At that moment, I saw a woman sitting on the bench next to me out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, right. Asami had this kind of appearance too. Huh? I mean, could it be the real Asami? What I saw was a woman who looked like Asami. To be honest, no matter how you look at it, it's Asami. But even if it was Asami, we have been estranged for so long, so it was hard to start a conversation with her. I could only look at her with a sideways glance from time to time. After a while, she noticed me and gave me a surprised look. Judging from her reaction earlier, I was sure it was Asami. It would be awkward not to talk to her. I gathered up my courage and spoke to her. Hey, it's been a while, huh? You're Asami, right?
Yeah, that's right. Long time no see, Masato.
I knew it! Since we graduated high school, right?
That's about right. When did you come back here?
After I started working. It just so happened that I got a job offer from a company here.
Oh, really? You could have at least contacted me. By the way, what were you doing here?
I got tired from my walk, so I took a break.
I see.
It's so awkward. Shouldn't we be more excited to see each other again after a long time? Well, we haven't seen each other for about 7 years, so it's no wonder we both got nervous, even though we're childhood friends. I thought I should liven things up, so I started to talk about the old days. We used to hang out here every day, huh? My parents would get mad at me for staying late. Good times.
Yeah, right? Good old days. But you're completely to blame for that, you know? You roped me into that.
What? Roped you into? I didn't do that. I just told you that we can still go on playing, right?
That's what I mean.
Right.
You haven't changed at all. Masato is always the Masato I know.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, it is. Do you remember what you said about your dream for the future in high school?
Yeah, I remember. Becoming a president or a lawyer or a millionaire or something.
Yeah. Was it like that?
Well, even I thought to myself, what the heck am I thinking?
Well, it's not too bad though, is it? You see, being a lawyer is cool.
That's not helping at all. Well, after all, I'm just an office worker now.
Most people are like that. Not many people realize their dreams.
Well, that's true. What about you, Asami? What do you do for a living?
Me?
Asami's expression turned all at once gloomy. Huh? Did I get on her nerves?
Actually, I'm unemployed right now.
She mumbled it with a bitter smile. After much thinking about what to say, I hesitantly asked her a question. Did your job search not go well or something?
No, I was able to find a job, but I recently lost it. I got laid off.
I'm sorry about that.
No. Sorry for the depressing vibe.
Not at all. So, are you okay with everything?
To be honest, it's tough. Well, I wasn't rich to begin with. I worked hard and could barely make a normal living. But now I'm totally broke.
I see. So you've gone through a lot, huh?
Right. I really need to do something about it as soon as possible.
I can't believe she's been through such a hard time while I haven't seen her. I want to tell her that you will be fine, but I don't know what the right thing to do is. I'd love to cheer her up somehow, but I'm afraid I may rub her the wrong way if I say anything right now. Well then, started raining. The forecast called for clear skies, but suddenly it started to rain. I felt it getting stronger and stronger. We've got to take shelter from the rain for now. Let's take shelter from the rain for now. I'm already wet, so I want to take a hot bath. My place is right there. Let's go.
What?
Pulling hard on Asami's hand, I went home. Glad we got home before the rain got stronger.
Hey, it was a little too forceful.
My bad. I hastily let go of Asami's hand. At that moment, I abruptly cast my eyes on her. Hey, it's getting see-through. Her clothes were getting to be see-through because of the rain. I don't know where to look.
What? Oh my goodness, that sucks, you perv!
I didn't mean it. My bad. You can go ahead and take a bath.
Jeez.
After Asami finished, I took a bath. To be honest, I had already wiped myself off with a towel, but I was so cold while waiting for her. But once I bathed, I felt like a new man. So, how are things going?
I've been living off savings, but that's about to run out. And I can't even pay my rent, so I'm probably going to be evicted in the near future. I'm going to get a part-time job, but it's going to be tough.
She was cornered that much. I thought about what I could do for Asami and what would be the right thing to do. Well then, why don't you move in with me? This is the conclusion after much thought.
Wait, are you serious?
I mean it.
No. I can't bother you that much. We're just childhood friends, you know?
Hey, that's why all the more. You're my precious childhood friend. I'm worried about you.
Well, if you insist on that much, I guess I can move in with you.
What's that? Are you a tsundere bastard?
Tsundere bastard? I'm not a bastard.
So you accept that you're a tsundere then?
I guess so. Honestly, I'd appreciate it if you allow me to do so. But are you sure?
It was my idea. Of course you're welcome.
Well, thank you so much. I owe you big time.
Don't mention it.
I'll leave as soon as I find a new job then.
I got it. Thus, finally she was back to the cheerful Asami I knew. Then, our cohabitation began. Asami insisted on doing the housework to show her appreciation for letting her stay. So I told her that I would take care of all the food expenses and stuff, since she was doing so much for me.
Dinner is ready.
I'm coming. Asami's food is always delicious. And most of all, I was really grateful for the home-cooked meal, which I hadn't had for a while. At the same time, Asami was working hard to find a new job, which was really impressive. Thank you for the food.
Thanks for eating.
Well, it was great.
Was it? Glad to hear.
I'm sure you will be a great wife.
Oh, that's a nice thing to say.
Your cooking is so good that I want to eat it every day. And you do the housework on a regular basis. That's been a great help.
What is it? A love confession?
Nah, I'm just thanking you.
Jeez, what a bore. You don't have to thank me, you know. I'm just doing it because I wanted to. As a way of showing appreciation for letting me stay here.
Still.
Well, I appreciate the thought then.
Yeah, do that. So we appreciated each other like that, and we're getting along together. Then, one day, as I was relaxing after dinner as usual, I saw Asami acting strangely. What's wrong, Asami? You look so nervous. What is it?
Let's take a bath together?
Oh, taking a bath together, huh? What?
Hey, you've overacted too much.
Of course, you suddenly said something weird.
Weird?
Yeah, even if it was a joke, that was a bad idea.
I'm serious.
What?
I'm dead serious. It's the only thing I can do besides housework.
What are you talking about? Don't you feel you owe me too much for letting you stay here? Like I said before, you've already repaid me enough. If anything, I feel like I need to pay you back.
But in the end, all I do is housework. And you pay for all the food and stuff.
That's the deal. And if that's the case, don't worry about it. You did more than enough.
If you insist that much, I get it. But you know, aside from owing and stuff, isn't it cool if we take a bath together? FYI, I'm okay with that.
No. We're childhood friends. Are we allowed to do such a thing? I was at a loss as to how to respond. Asami saw me like that and said with a slightly sad expression,
I see. You're right. Sorry.
Then, Asami told me she was going to take a bath and headed for the bathroom. Next day, I'm home. I come home from work, but I don't see Asami. Is she out somewhere? She didn't tell me anything about it, so I was a bit worried, but I thought lightly that she would be back soon. 2 hours later, it was already dark outside, getting quite cold and raining a little. However, Asami did not show up at all. This is getting worse, isn't it? I was filled with worry about her not showing up. I've got to go look for her. I went looking for her at several places where she might be. A nearby convenience store, a nearby supermarket, and a nearby aunt's house where I used to hang out when I was little. But Asami was nowhere to be found. Where the heck did she really go? Where else would she go? By any chance, could she be... A certain place came to mind. A nearby park. I run toward it, running out of breath. I have been half-hearted with Asami so far. I didn't really mind taking a bath together the other day, but my response was so vague. I should face Asami more properly. When I find her, I will be honest and talk to her. As I was running with these thoughts in my mind, the park was approaching. Finally got there. I looked around. Then I found Asami sitting on a bench. What are you doing here? I was worried. You suddenly disappeared. It's raining. Let's go home. We'll catch a cold.
I'm not going home.
Why not?
I don't want to bother you anymore.
Asami said in a gloomy tone, keeping her head down. Bother? What do you mean?
You're just not saying it because you're kind, but you actually think I'm a nuisance, don't you? It costs money because of me. And even if you get home, you can't relax by yourself because of me. That's why I don't want to bother you anymore. I'll camp out until I find a job.
You got me wrong.
What?
I never once thought of you as a nuisance. If anything, I've been lonely, because I've been living alone for a long time. That's why I enjoy living with you. I was glad to see you again, and talk to you like we used to. Above all, I'm happy to be able to help a childhood friend in need. You're not a nuisance at all. I got too worked up. That's why I don't want you to say you're bothering me or something. It's rather annoying when you think like that.
I'm sorry about that. But how come you can think of me in such a kind manner?
Because you're my dear childhood friend. Come on, I've decided to tell her how I feel about her, Masato. It's not just that. Actually, I've always liked you.
What?
What? Didn't you hear me? I'll say it one more time. I like you. I need you. I am absolutely head over heels with you.
You don't have to say it so many times. I can hear you.
As she said this, Asami's expression gradually brightened. Well, that's good.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
Even in the dark of night, I could tell that Asami's face was turning red.
Is that true?
Of course it is.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it's true. I've always liked you. Actually, it was love at first sight.
Really? So did you... then?
So did I?
Yeah. I've had feelings for you all along, too. Maybe I fell in love at first sight, too.
For real?
For real.
Wow, so we both have feelings for each other.
Seems like it.
A moment of silence passes. After that, I made up my mind and told Asami. I want to go out with you, Asami. Will you be my girlfriend?
I want to date you too, Masato. Please let me be your girlfriend. If you are okay with me like this.
Then I'm looking forward to spending more time with you from now on.
Yes!
Before I knew it, the rain had completely stopped and the sun was shining. This is how we got together. You never know what life can bring all of a sudden. I'm glad I took a walk that day. I am happy just to be with Asami. And soon after, Asami was able to find a new job. Now she is doing well at her job. We are still living together and planning to visit both our parents soon.